Hello user, today we'll talk about the JavaScript promise method. So here, already I created some piece of codes for examples, and let's talk about one by one. So before going to dive into this, if you're not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. So let's go to this. Let's comment out this four piece of codes, then please pause the video and tell the output. See, and this is the first line because JavaScript is a synchronous call execution time. So then console log, then this second one, and set timeout and promise is time delaying some time duration, it will delay execution. So set timeout and set timeout promise there is no time limit, so it will execute after a synchronous call, and after promise it will execute set timeout we given 0 and 1. Okay, so that's why it is executing this one. Okay, and if you give 2 and 0, let's consider, see this one 0, and give something else, it should execute 1 and 0. So after milliseconds and 0 millisecond similar same. So let's comment it out and then execute the second one. So there is a one function, there is a it will get the name, and there is a promise dot resolve of object of the name. Whatever the name we are passing to this one, it will resolve and giving to this property values based on the name property value. Okay, so here there is an async and one more thing, and a promise, async and await. So all are it's a promise method only. Okay, so let execute of this one. So what it will give this here. So here I'm passing the argument is a pineapple. Pineapple property value is an emoji and apple property value is an apple. Okay, so let execute of this. See emoji. Emoji we where it is the promise dot resolve of first index, it is giving that array of 2, right, resolving 2 1, because we given the 2 method complete, then only it will be resolved. So that is why it is waiting to complete of this 14th line, get fruit of pineapple and get fruit of apple. Then only it will execute and giving the result of both. So better understanding, let execute what is the value of here. See here emoji and apple, correct. So here that's it for this example, one of the example, and let's comment it out and execute the promise dot one by one, promise dot all, and okay, here if you call the function, okay, so log of fun function 1. Okay, so if you call this function, what is the output of this one? So p1 p2 p3, p1 p2 3, this is a result, it should get result of a 1 second, then you promise this result of gig. Okay, so everything is completed, then only it will be executed. To get that value we have to use the then method of the value, uh, edit consolidative here. Okay, so after that log of the value. So please pause the video and please think what is the output, and play the video if it is correct, whatever you analyzed. See 1 2, after 200 millisecond, and this resolve this, it will everything it is combined into the array. This is a promise result because p1 p2 p3 everything is completed, then only it will be execute the promise hull. Okay, And let's talk about the next one of function resolve, then next one of the function 2, then next one of function 3, then promise.all of timeout of 1 second and timeout of 2 second. So here we are passing the timeout, right? Timeout. Okay, timeout function. So this execute promise.all. The same thing only, pass the video and create your own example and test it. So multiple times if you are executing code with a different flow, so you can understand. So here timeout of 1 second, timeout of 2 second. So this set timeout, it is calling this function, right? So after 3 second completion of this code, then only it will give the result. Let's execute of this one. 1, 2, 3. See, completed in 1 second, completed in 2 second, because we given the argument as without 1000 millisecond and 2000 millisecond of bind into 2 second, 3 second. See, first timeout it will call, it will execute, it will wait for the 1 second, then next call it will go to here, then another 2 second, so totally 3 second. Once it completed of this resolve, then it will print here. Okay, so comment of this and uh, one more function 1, 2, 3. Okay, what this will do is here I'm calling the timeout. Okay, so timeout we have to pass the param argument pass to 1000. So once the data is coming to here, so then it will call the function, so it is returning the promise. Okay, so then again it will call the function 1. This is the function 1. Function 1, it will execute all the three things, promise 1, 2 and 3. So then after promise we have to use the then method to get. After once that promise is resolved, then it will execute a function 2. Function 2, what it is doing, after function 2 we need to pass 2000 millisecond. Once this no, there is no param for the function 2. Once the function 2 executed, it will wait to execute this code. It's a 2 second. After 2 second, it is rejecting. It is not resolving. So once it is rejected, it is giving the promise. Though directly it will. So it will. So this one will execute. This one will execute. This one also it will execute. Once the function 2 will called, then directly it will come to the catch method. What is the error? It will show here. What is the error here? Rejected. It's a resolved, not resolved. It's a rejected. Function 2 is a rejected. I can give like this name. This one it will not execute. So let's try. See, see, function this completed in 1 second is this one, right? And this kick is function will call function 1. Function will call, after that it will give the promise what is the data is this one 50 200 and gig. Then function 2 will call, after 2 second function what it is doing, this is a rejected error is giving rejected function 2 of rejected. See, this the third then method it is not executed. Okay, so that's it. If you have any query, please write the comment for this video. Thank you.